Hello guys, what's up? I'm going to be kind of charting today, not going to focus that much on chat, but we'll try to find some new opportunities as we go into the Chinese New Year. Nice Doge held the low so far that we expected last time, creating a demand chain for now. But this could be just temporary, as this is a very small liquidity curve on lower time frame. We'll start on higher time frames today. Just kind of scanning through. Oh, okay, I see why. Depends a lot on how the Doge reacts to this zone on weekly. If it closes above, we are fine. Ideally, you want to see a bullish close of this for now. Volume is quite fine. It's okay, I guess. Still holding this zone. There can be an old free tap here. Yeah. But it closed below already, so I mean, as long as we don't close higher time frame below this level, Doge can go higher. Let me see, I probably need different music for this. Something that will not disrupt us as much. I wanted to check the stocks a lot today. There's a very big level forming on Coinbase right now, which could give us a one more low, and then we are likely going to reverse again and go higher. PayPal is still dumping, unluckily. They fired their CEO, but I still believe that this is going to recover in some time. And then we would be looking for even new highs. This is good. Let's test it. This was a perfect test, so right now we are kind of waiting for some signs to give us a new rush to the upside. I don't think they wanted it to send it that low, but if so, we are open to some big surges in future on PayPal. Depends on who they will hire as the new CEO, and yeah. Nice, this is what we expected on Take-Two Interactive Software, which is behind the GTA. And they have been delaying the GTA 6 quite a lot, so still continuing to dump. Now depends if we bounce here and make new highs, and then we will see what they do with the release of GTA 6, or it's delayed until further notice again and we will continue decreasing. Was Fiji filled here? Could be just sweeping this low for now, so can have eyes on this one. This would take another month to form, because you need a... you had a strong candle here on monthly, but for a reversal, very likely you would see a new candle on higher time frame that just wicks this low, and then we continue. I also want to check Doge and Tesla. Gonna need to look for some levels here. All I see right now is a possible alt 3 tap level here. That was not really swept at all, so big chance we get something like this before Doge runs. But now it depends if Tesla will be falling down or if Dogecoin will do something else. So yeah. Also another possibility is that we won't fill that level just yet, and we will close above that, targeting this high and then possible lower levels again. You can notice all these things basically. The liquidity curves. Doge against S&P 500. This is a big level, an order block, obviously, that many people are watching. So either we bounce off that, or we fell lower into this old VVG. This would align later on with the S&P against total 3. And S&P against total. We have a chart for this somewhere. We've marked these previously. That this is a accumulation wick off. And this is exactly what we expected on the bounce, so... right now we are somewhere around here, very likely. There's a chance we will get another leg down here later on, if this is a wick of schematic number 1, this is the second one. The first one has a spring missing here. This would be good for crypto, but big chance we get first some sort of structure like this. US 500, or I mean S&P, is missing a lower low for Wickoff, so there's a big chance we will get a huge altcoin run soon, but probably without the Bitcoin, or Bitcoin will just kinda range here. We don't have much time for that, approximately about 1 to 3 months to see that bottom, and which would be also a top on altcoins against stocks, but yeah, these can be very quick, so just kind of waiting. You know what my basis, what my thesis is on the 17th, and yeah. Total 3, okay, we can go back to our original charts. Still waiting for this. This chart is the signal for you basically to rotate back into Bitcoin once this bottoms, but you have two big free taps here basically. I'll slightly realign it so it looks a bit more better. Okay. And this is a old free tap, new free tap, so big chance we dump below this and sweep the low there, which would be good for altcoins, as this is total against total free. What we can also notice here is a... Where's the chart? Yeah, this is what I want. There's a possibility of a wick off happening too in a higher time frame, where you are having a PS here. This is your selling climax. And this is your automatic ready for now and SD. I know it's not as obvious. Actually, let me do something here so that you can see it. And we need to put all these out. And set it as lack of. Okay, so now if we hide this, yeah. Oh, okay, we need the image as well. Okay, so you can see these levels are basically what we are looking for right now. And this is your selling climax so far. So in terms of altcoins, the rotation should happen around here to Bitcoin or cash, in my opinion. There is a... I will not add the free taps again here, but you probably see what I mean by this right now. It may not be as obvious, but if you go with them, it's just kinda... It will not be as obvious, but you can try to recreate them and kind of see the similarities in them. Because the wick off will not always be perfect. You need to find the signs. Sometimes you can go on a higher time frame to see it slightly easier. And yeah. Or if you are having still problems, just switch to line chart and you kind of get the idea. Do you still need the wicks for these? So pay attention to these, because they are very important. We might get one more like down soon on others against Bitcoin, so alts could struggle before the date we are waiting for short term. But we still have some highs here that should be taken out. I also need to add this lower because on lower time frame it's here. You need to check both. Yeah, we are building some sort of nice structure here, which should be long-term good for alts again. Now possibly building a bullish free tap without the sweep on the downside. One second. Okay. What we will check next? One tip in alt, not sure what you mean, but let me know if I don't understand what you meant by that, yeah, but okay. I believe Cardano actually will catch a lot of attention soon. You have this double top here, which actually acts like liquidity, like a magnet right now. And we are sweeping some old levels. This is a Cardano against USDT.D. It's not a Cardano like normal one. But yeah, we are looking for 430% gain to 780% gain on spot. Very, very soon. Once we get some nice higher time frame closure below this level. Can also add this so you guys see it. And I need to go back to the charts I had here. Because I hid the stuff we had there. Yeah. And there was one more thing I hit before. It's okay, I will check it from replay. Bitcoin dominance against Ethereum dominance. You can clearly see the liquidity wave or liquidity curve being driven to the upside. Potentially we had a one here that was slightly swept, but in my opinion this is not enough for a sweep. And we are likely just doing, we are just likely filling this monthly PVG right now, which we can try to refine as low as we can. But it's not really giving us more structure here, so it's quite wickless on this chart, so we can't really count with that one. But on higher time frame, this is the point where somewhere we should kind of rotate into alts again. This is a potentially level, this little thing here. Because there was no resistance, no like reaction to this block. And there was a inversion. It respected here before going higher. Right now it's struggling to do that. So as long as this kind of closes bearish, it would be a sign to go into Ethereum. Ethereum dominance hitting our levels that we refined, currently holding them, not rushing here anything. Can still go for this small level, but I believe it's not going to happen actually. Good reverse already on us here. I like what I see on Ethereum dominance. Bitcoin dominance is still kind of stuck in this box, in this range. So yeah, until this moves, we can't really do anything. But there's more and more free taps building, so it's good. It's a bullish free tap for alts, so bearish for Bitcoin dominance. That's what I expect to be swept somewhere around there, but you see what we are building here, and I think you understand what is supposed to happen next. Had the perfect retest of the 0.75 before, and currently we are doing just fine for the alts. This is also very important. Swept the previous week. This is basically a total again with the stables. So the reason why this is very good is that we swept the liquidity and now we could rotate. I will try to explain it again in a different way. So we swept this level, and what this means, if we bounce here, then the stable coins will be deployed into the market and it should also rise with that. So basically if this rises, then there will be less stable coins in the market, or like people will hold less stable coins, but also the market cap of crypto will go up. This is basically how this ticker works. It's a very good one. because it gives you an idea what is happening with the reserves and what are people doing with their money, what are institutions doing, and why you need to check these. Meme coins, let me check what meme coins are doing, how are they looking. We had the finished wick off here that I shared previously. I think it's going to be somewhere here. And after that we kinda declined. Okay, I don't know on which one it is. Nice, we had some alt level here on Bitcoin, which got tapped. What I'm looking for this. So this was finished. Here, perfectly tapped, then made a new model. And here was the ending of the previous Vikov. And this is the sell-off after it was finished. So right now we are waiting for some new formation for meme coins to form, and then you would see a rise on meme coins again. Just wanted to check some gold today and how it's looking. And the silver. Previously I told you about this level, which got swept and we went up again, so that was a alt 3 tap 2 being swept, a beautiful recovery. So for now I would be waiting for lower prices actually, again after this move. But in terms of some movements in future, there's very big chance we will continue higher to sweep the alt highs again. But I would pay attention in case they want to finish some sort of lower time frame wick off and then be looking for these levels. But without a doubt, we will see higher prices again before any further reversals. So yeah, this kind of aligns with the 0.75 FIP, this level. So for now you want to be waiting for possible longs in lower prices or short around here if given the correct reaction. Can fix this slightly because it was a bit off-centered. Okay. Ethereum Bitcoin, no change, but what I would like to see from the previous stream, no change really. What I would like to see is a sweep of this low, at least some closure on 1 hour or 4 hour below this level, because this so far acts as a retail trap basically. Everyone who sees this is longing this support, so this is for now it's still bearish for us because we don't have a closure below that level, so we need some sort of fake out for retail to be trapped and then we can continue higher. But this aligns with the PO3 idea and what we are expecting into the 17th February to 3rd March. I actually believe Demon will include some stuff of this timing, like lunar cycles and the Chinese New Year into his new report. We'll see about that. I would be very happy if he did. But I'm not sure how much he trades those or how much he cares about these segments. Just kind of running through, trying to see what is happening. But nothing on intraday that we would be looking for. This needs to be marked. Also wanna check the XRP against USDT dominance to kind of see what we are forming here. Levels available here. We need to refine a lower time frame. 3-day. What do we have here? Okay, even daily. So this small little candle could be the key area for us to watch and see if we get the retest on this candle. Be nice if we tap this level perfectly. If not, then we will have continuation lower to the levels that will be here. There's no strong level like that. This was not ignored. What do we have here? So this level looks promising. It's not the right candle. And we can refine it here. Need to go on lower time frame again. It's this small candle. So these are the two key areas we need to watch for now on XRP against USDT dominance. Let me check the dates actually. So 3rd May and 25th April on 2022 and 2nd March. It's also going to be April. This is going to be an important level somewhere here. So around this area is what we want to watch on normal chart as well. Okay, this is some crazy. I have like synced all the charts. Okay, we can actually delete this because there's nothing from previous. I did have synced all the charts since I started charting on TradingView, so sometimes I have like these random lines anywhere. Okay, so April 4 around here to 22 March we said, I believe. No, I'm not sure. Okay, and it was 22 April and March. May. Am I wrong? One sec. My short-term memory is 1st March, okay. And May and April, okay. So 1st March. Yeah, now it makes a bit more sense. And April and May, so around here. So is there anything valuable that would tell us anything around that date? Possibly this zone, which would need to be refined on lower time frame again and possibly be put higher. Nothing really that important here. Sometimes you don't need these charts at all, the normal ones, and you can use just the USDT dominance against that pair. Because these, once the price expands, if the token is supposed to go higher, they will not revisit these prices for a while until the full, until you have the full ending of the bull cycle. I believe we are currently only in the Bitcoin bear cycle. But yeah, told you that previously. Okay, there could be a level up there too. I don't think this is going to be a level for future, but we need to keep it marked. And we have this level here. Here. Tilt here. This is way too wide level. Like, you can keep them, but they are not going to tell you much. Swap the big panic wick. So potentially we might be reversing here and not revisiting these levels, but we need to keep them there. I don't think there's much to say about that right now. Tau is quite a mystery right now. Had a big free tap here. Bearish one. This was the sweep. It attacked the previous lows. So as long as we kinda manage to make closures above these levels and just wick these, we should be fine. And then we would be attacking another higher prices. There's also a possibility of a free tap here, pink unfilled. So this is your next area target for now. Once we get some sort of trigger on lower time frame, which would be minimum of this low. And after that we are looking for 116%. Saga token? I have no idea what that is actually. This is basically that coin. But it's like 99% down now. Yeah. I would avoid this. If this is the saga you were talking about. Ethereum building some sort of intraday liquidity curve as well. Need to be very careful. Things start to look quite good. Just need to be patient now. So need to mark this, as this could be potential free tap for future too. What did we attack? That we attack some sort of key levels today. Rejecting this. So right now, currently, big chance we get lower prices again soon. For a while, and then I'll continue. Actually going to screenshot this and send to the VIP group. Okay. Total free. Had a sweep here. I can instantly see it's forming some sort of range, but would be careful for intraday. Yeah, we are about to dump likely. This is not looking good for this intraday trade, so for today, expect a small dump during this. This is obviously a 5-minute free tap with a sweep, and now would be attacking lower prices again. You can scalp all of these, that's the fun part, because you have every single opportunity here present all the time. Just need to find it to understand what is happening. This is a weird low, which could be attacked. What happened on higher time frame? Nothing really. Okay. Yeah, and they are probably front running this order block. So people are waiting for this order block because we changed the structure. But for now, this is the level you should be watching. Not the order block there. We go on 15-minute. You should be able to find a level there too. Yeah. So it's not as... Oh wait, can I show you? I don't have these as visible, but this whole candle is your level. It should be closing below that. You see how perfectly it is? This whole candle. I'll mark it in blue. Do you see how perfectly it's closing below that? So that's your reaction to that level. But these small levels are what I use only for the lower time frame. You don't really need them, it's just helpful to quickly understand what is happening. So, yeah. Very likely, if we recover this, we should go above that and ignore that order block. If we don't recover that, your dump is coming to the lower prices we talked about earlier on total free. Bitcoin against MicroStrategy, nothing really giving us the idea what's going to happen here. This is mostly good for weekly. But yeah. All I see here is a potential higher time frame retap, but attacked the previous low with an alt free tap, which would be definitely here. Running up now, but taking these highs, so nothing that we need to watch. Oh, I wanted to check the Tesla previously, that was what I was looking for. Yeah, nice, okay. We talked about this high in a couple weeks ago. Expect Tesla to dump lower, still expecting it to dump lower, which should give us the confluence with the Doge Tesla. I need to add the Tesla to my list. I don't know why it's not there, but it should be here. Okay. So Tesla is something that will likely continue dumping right now, at least to these levels, 328. But the final target could be 212. I know it's quite delusional, but that's how I trade 50% dump. I expect at least a dump of a 18% from here still. If it continues, then we are looking for this move. USDT dominance is still trying to defend this level. And it seems like we are forming some sort of LTF Wyckoff 2. Ethereum is trying to hold this level. Hold VVG, small one, but trying. Had the intraday free tap we talked about yesterday or 2 days ago, not sure. I think it was I streaming yesterday or no, it wasn't yesterday, a couple days ago. So Wait, I don't think I talked about this one on the stream. Actually, it was this one. Yeah. Yeah, so this one was only posted to the VIP group. But yeah, nothing really changing here. Free tap happened, swept the low, reversed, and going higher. Do you have the... Remember that you have the liquidity curve forming here, so... Looking for some significant high that should be swept before reversing to sweep a potential alt free tap. Litecoin, probably one of the safest bets for 160% in long term in spot. And very likely going for higher prices, even to a 200, maybe even more. Can kinda try to predict with these, but yeah, at least like 200% for sure, 250. I'm thinking, what should we go through next? Let me check quickly what is happening on X. My friend is writing me. We are supposed to go to the gym, so be leaving later on. But that should be a couple, at least like 15-20 minutes still. It's interesting what some sites are posting like Coinbase right now. It's very obvious that they want new people to come into the crypto. But I have no idea what the fuck they are doing. Like, they're posting Subway Surfer brain rot against some of their videos, and yeah. US inflation falls to 2.4%. Okay, that explains the moves right now and the volatility. Nothing from the news that would be as important right now. Okay, nothing that I see from news, so we are going probably to have a quite quiet Friday. Inflation's nothing really changed. So I think we are quite fine. Do we want... Okay. Some interesting predictions on the inflation of the ruble. Nothing really. That would set us in some places we wouldn't know what to do with. It's just short-term noise, basically. Ethereum, Silver, and Ethereum and Bitcoin Silver are still holding these lows, very important levels. And Bitcoin Silver are holding this as well. perfectly on the tap and retest of the previous lows with a 85 to 80% dumps, which are often a reversal points for any assets. So yeah, hold free tap filled, attacked the previous low, looking pretty good to me. Okay, let me check what my friend wrote. Okay, he says he is not really catching up, so we still have some time, so that's good. Honestly don't know what we should talk about now. Let me check some coins. What are their changes in terms of prices? And let's see if we have some interesting gainers today. Let me check funding rates as well. Doc USDT has a big ass funding. What the fuck is that? Why this coin has such big funding right now? Oh, because it's of the old big, I see. Okay, so people were long on this one, but it's just a small pump because of these levels. And a old CRT here. Was likely a free tap here. Something like that. There is, but it's not as obvious. It's like a very, very shy free tap to attack the previous lows. So the liquidity ran. So right now it's filling these levels, but it's not really doing anything there. If this fails, then market makers are gonna make some nice money before they make a exit pump, which this could have been the exit pump already. So from funding rates, this was the only one that kind of stood out for me. Maybe we can check ARC. But yeah, okay, definitely not. That market is just dumping and has nothing to... Okay. That has nothing to show us. No price action. Same with this token. Let's check some of the dumping ones. Nice. So these are new launches. Again, skippable. Nothing to check right now. Let me see if there's something that I know in funding rates that we could check. Yeah, I think I heard about this one. I think we actually even charted this before. Okay. This was the dump. It held the low perfectly. What do we have here? This might be potential play. If it wasn't this small, like the price action, let me check. We could potentially have a setup here through 5. It is called, right? Through USDT, yeah. I don't have a chart for that, luckily. On chain. But you can try to watch this coin. It's called TrueFi, through USDT. If it makes some sort of reaction, could potentially make some nice pump. At least to a point of... Let me check if there's some alt free taps that we could sweep. No, not there. Potentially here. This is where you could see a pump into. So that level, we're talking 400% pump, but it's still very risky. Or this high, basically. But only if you get some nice trigger on lower time frame. But the problem is this is quite untradeable. Like, you don't have much to see here. See, there's some volume picking up, but like, yeah, the chart is not as clear, and if you have these, I would suggest to avoid them, just because you don't have as clear data as you would have on lower time frames on other coins. So, but I mean, it's a good example. At least you see how I think about the coins and what I would do. And yeah, because this is a good setup potentially with a good chart, kinda. But the problem is it's not clear on lower time frame. So this is okay. You can try line chart, but it's still such a mess. And I would avoid this just simply because it doesn't come to the rules I follow. So let's go to something next. There's a lot of coins, guys, you suggested me previously, but nothing that I can really check. Or that would be relevant right now. And this old VVG here. As long as we hold this level, we should be fine, and Ethereum could run against the gold too. I mean, all the points are suggesting that we will go higher. Not only the overall market, but also the fact that we have extreme fear right now. Like very, very low. Yesterday it was 5, and in the morning it was 5 as well. So yeah. Okay guys, but I think I will end the stream here. Don't really know what to talk about now. It's just a quick checkup. If we can find something, you could see what I expect right now on the total free. On intraday, already moving kinda. So short term dump into lower levels, but waiting for the 17th of the February. Okay, so thank you so much for coming, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Hit me with